Welcome to this episode of Life to a Teee. I'm joined today by one of my favorite stylists in Nigeria, taking it by storm. Not only is she an icon in her own right, she's created her own pathway on making women feel beautiful, sexy, and classy all at once. Welcome. I call you MBN because it stands for your full name, but MBN Design. Hi.
Hi, Teee.
How are you? What would you like my people to call you, first and foremost?
You can actually call me MBN.
Okay, you like MBN?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Perfect. So before we start, I do this thing called this or that, where you get to choose this or that. And I want to see why we are friends, because this is where I judge people, just so you know. So, okay, pounded yam and egusi, or amala and gbegiri.
Pounded yam and egusi.
Oh, God.
Because I don't like gbegiri, but I like amala and stew with ewedu.
Oh, okay, some people mix it.
Yeah.
But you can't even taste the gbegiri. So
No, you can taste the gbegiri.
I feel like you can blend of everything.
You can taste the gbegiri.
Hi.
That's the only reason, because I'm not the biggest fan of pounded yam, but I like egusi. But so you see, there's a mix.
Problems. What's your favorite salad? Eba or amala?
Amala, I prefer amala.
You're not a Yoruba babe at all. At all. Actually, that's a lie, because I feel like most Yorubas like amala. Or
Yeah.
okay.
But I just wouldn't like gbegiri.
What's you people's issue? Anyways, vacation or staycation? Vacation or staycation?
Vacation.
If you, the fact that you were even thinking, but you like a staycation?
Yes, but the thing is, because of my work, like obviously, like I would want to relax, but I would like to obviously like travel, but then just chill, not like
Be
night.
outside.
Yeah.
Okay, so like a staycation when you travel.
Yes.
On vacation, so spend all your money to stay by the beach. You're one of those.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Not me, not my ministry. Clearly, other things bring us together.
Yes.
So that's my this or that. One of the reasons I really wanted to have a conversation with you is, in one of the episodes, I spoke to someone who manages large fabrics. I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but I had a conversation with him, and his family own a big fabric company, and they've sold to so many people in Nigeria. And I was just like, I learned so much about that process, but I don't know about your process. And I feel like you make all of my clothes, like 90% of my high-end fashion items that are iconic. You made it, so thank you. For my wedding dresses or parts of my wedding outfit, I think I had like 10 different styles at my wedding. So, and you made half of that to all, if not all my birthday outfits this year.
Yeah.
You made it, so thank you. You have created something that a lot of people don't even know about. And to me, I feel like you've created luxury for young women. I feel me, I'm young, please, everybody, young. You've created luxury in how you tailor things to your clients. You care about the details so much. Why? Why do you care about the detail when it comes to making women feel beautiful and flattering in every single thing that you design?
So I think that honestly, we as women, we don't actually understand who we are, what we carry. We're actually all beautiful in our own ways, and I would love to bring out the best in every woman. Like, you can't just sit down and say, you have a tummy or something and you don't want to wear this. I will snatch that tummy. Yes. I want to actually make you feel beautiful, but in your own way. Yeah. So before I design anything, I love to have conversations with every single one of my clients. I would want to know the story. I would make them feel comfortable, and then I tailor it. And that's why it's called bespoke. You don't just throw on anything. You don't just pick on, okay, I like this, so my clients should like this. No. So, but I want you to be able to go out there and people will actually look at you, not create noise, but then a statement piece where they're like, who are you? So, I just want you to feel and look beautiful, not just look, but feel beautiful as well.
Well, thank you, because I have felt the most beautiful I have felt in years, ever since you started designing all of my clothes. Yeah. And you're right, I think you tailored it so much so that the first consultation we had, I said, so. I laid out all of my flaws. I think that's how I started. I was like, I don't like showing my legs. I don't like showing my stomach. I just said, just make me look classy and elegant always. Yeah. And over time, I've actually never given you a design. I've said, hey, you know me well enough.
Yeah.
And you've created every single flawless piece. And you've been pushing it. I see you've been pushing it. Some things are strapless now. I see you're pushing the bar. who inspired you to care so much about the detail in your work and to create your own fashion company line and to start tailoring bespoke items?
Honestly, I would say my mom.
What did your mom do?
She sells fabrics. She owns Jimmy Exclusive Fabrics. And
Oh, that's your mom?
Yes, that's my mom.
You didn't tell me this.
Oh, that's my mom.
Casually, okay. So,
Yes, that's my mom.
Jimmy Fabric.
Yes, Jimmy Exclusive Fabrics. She is a queen.
Yeah.
Like my mom, honestly, ever since, so like think about it, like when I was a little girl, like my mom is always going for Owambe. Owambe parties, Owambe this, Owambe that. I think that's even where I just looked at Ashwebi and I'm just like, so when I was in primary school, I did this board called P&O with my friend. And even when I was working, like my first job, I was like, I just want to design because I'm in it.
Yeah.
I see my mom every Saturday when I was younger and she's just going for some event and she's putting pieces together. She's like, if I have this on this shoulder, if I have this, and I'm just looking at her like, okay. So, and I'm very close to my mom and just seeing that, honestly, it just, it gave me so much inspiration, vision. Everything was literally from her, down to even her fabrics. Like she designs, like, you know how you just look at this and you're like, you want this ball fabric. My mom actually designs the fabrics herself.
Wow. Oh,
yeah.
she's detailed.
Yes, she's
Makes
detailed.
sense.
So for me, if I'm going to give you a piece, I'm not just going to have some appliques standing there because no, like what does topper stand for? Like what does topper like? So I learned that detail and just like basically putting it together on one person to fit the person's desires. So basically,
I learned something new about you. I did not know that you got all of this. What I love, and it's a theme in this season, is there's so many amazing, incredible women behind women. You know what I mean? That's helping drive how women see themselves, how women, force themselves to become entrepreneurs. Yeah. So seeing your mom be an entrepreneur, you're like, I'm going to be an entrepreneur too. Or how did MBN start?
So MBN started, I would say it started in about 2022. So I had moved back to Nigeria after like my master's, and then I would just be making my own clothes, doing my own thing myself. And a lot of people would look at me and be like, Mobala, I need this piece. Who made it? I'm looking at them, I'm like, okay, I made this. And then I started off with my friends, and then people started literally rushing to my end. I didn't have social media. All these little things, it just started from my room. And even when I was working at the time, I would tell like my manager, then I'm like, see, one day I'm just going to own this brand called MBN. And so I don't know what I'm doing auditing for you guys. Yeah. And honestly, that's just how it came about. Like people just honestly, and I just feel it's just the grace of God, because honestly, like, I'm just someone who people are just like, I like this, I like that, I like this. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to make it for you. Yeah. And me, I'm like entrepreneur, it's in my blood.
Like, it's actually in your blood.
It is.
You're bold.
Right. Yeah, even right when I was like in secondary school, I would like, they would call my mom, your daughter is selling food to the borders. So I've always been about that life, yes.
I love that. I love that you've been about it since... so you stopped doing auditing. I'm just trying to hear correctly. As a Nigerian, they allowed you to stop being an auditor to come and do fashion design. How did that conversation go?
They just had to take it because it was...
Who did you tell first?
I didn't. So I was doing it alongside. So I was working in like what's it called, in audit, and then I moved to this IT firm, and then I was just looking around and I was just like, is this really for me? I mean, I'll do the job because whatever I would want to do, like I'll do it well. But then again, I'm just like, there's more. I just knew there was more. And like designing is so beautiful. Listening to people's story is beautiful. Knowing how to actually tailor something where the joy of just seeing people when they fit their clothes and it fits well. I'm actually happy making other women happy.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. But this can't be easy. Entrepreneurship is... I like that you laugh. Meaning, we're all entrepreneurs in our own right to some extent, but everyone thinks it's easy. Everyone sees the finished design. Everyone sees, firstly, congratulations on your new building. I see that you've moved into a new place, meaning business must be great. But how hard has it been over the last 3 years? Because you're new into this game.
I'm new, but it also doesn't even feel like I'm new at the same time, because honestly, God has like blessed me with amazing clients like you. But it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Like, you have to understand, like, aside from the designing aspect, there's so much more. There's leadership, there's logistics, there's materials, there's so many things that you actually have to think about. There's just so much. There's your staff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that go into it. Like, today you can wake up and you have to deliver something, and what happens in Nigeria now, there's no light, your generator is not working. What's going to happen? And a wedding dress has to be delivered tomorrow.
What do you do?
You just honestly have to learn how to fight.
Yeah.
You have to tell yourself, this is the same way I train my staff. All you need to know, all we need to know is that your client needs an outfit, and what's behind the scenes is a lot of their business. I always have to remind myself about that. It's harsh, but it's just the truth.
It's facts.
It's the fact, like, you're being paid to do a job. Obviously, there's no light or something, or sometimes we all know how the fashion industry works. Your tailor can come up and say, XYZ person has died, or their auntie's brother's cousin has, something is always happening, or like fabric has finished or something. You have to make sure you pull through. And that's actually what makes you stand. That's the difference. You actually have to continue to push through. Like, do
you feel like you figured it out now?
You figure it out every single day, because something comes up. Yeah, there's something new every day. But the thing is, before, I would just pause and just be like, this is the end of the world. But now, nothing gets to me. I'm like, my manager will come and tell me this has happened. I'll say, okay, make a list. Let's list it out. Tomorrow we'll sort it out.
How did you get to that point where nothing gets to you? Because a lot of people who are either looking at you or who are entering the fashion industry as a whole, they've seen the rumors, they've seen the stories. Designers get dragged all the time. They come and go. How do you stay in the business knowing how stressful it is?
Firstly, I love what I do. As stressful as it is, I love putting pieces together. I love fabric sourcing. I love speaking to my clients. I love my clients a lot. I do.
Thank you.
But then again, nothing good or like nothing successful is actually easy.
Yeah.
That's number one rule. So even if we stop today or I stop today, like whatever I'm going to do, I need to be successful, or I want to be successful. I'm still going to face challenges. So I just need to look for different routes or something. The thing is, there's a problem, but if it can be solved, then it can be solved. And then there are things where, okay, this can be solved. And also learn to understand that I can't be too hard on myself. I have to understand that there's going to be economic challenges, there's going to be political, something will come up.
Yeah.
And I had to, it was such a hard pill to swallow, but I had to also realize, like, I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
But then the thing is, I have to strive to still do my best and give my clients the best. If you love someone, you're going to do your best.
Yeah.
So I think it's the love and passion for my business. And also, I think God's grace, because sometimes I just stand up and I'm like, I know that there was no solution for this, but some angel somewhere, God is just honestly just literally solving, like, these puzzles behind the scene.
What I hear is someone who cares about what they do, despite how crazy it drives you. Do you see longevity in the game?
I do.
So what's the vision for MBN? Where do you see it in the next 10 years?
Tarek's bad time. Just
say it out loud. Make it reality.
I feel like, honestly, sometimes I ask myself, because ready to wear is something that I'm looking at now, but then I mean, right now, I sell to the international markets. I think most of my clients are actually in America, to be honest, or in the UK. We spread out to Germany, Paris, and all these other places. But I want to stand out, like, how you see Louis Vuitton? I want that to be, I'm not there, but MBN is still standing. Yeah. So I definitely know I need to branch out into, like, ready to wear, but not just any type of ready to wear where, you see this is MBN, it's MBN, but it's not common.
So what's your latest venture? I know what it is, but for those that don't know you, what's your latest MBN collection or ready-to-wear line that you've put me in maybe like 6 times?
Oh, I mean, even from your last 2 shoots, your birthday shoots, you know, the Velvet series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What inspired the Velvet series?
One thing about me is when wearing an outfit, I actually love when I can see that you look luxurious.
Class.
And velvet is just silky, and it makes women sexy because it holds your body. Like, I mean, if you look at the brown dress you wore, that held your like upper body, and then like the black one, it's just something sexy and rich about it. Yeah. So I love the fabric. So aside from just designing, right, there's also the fabric aspect. And my mom is a velvet lover.
Okay. Your mom really inspired you.
She's a queen. But velvet is a sexy, because there's also chantilly. There are other things that are very beautiful, right? But velvet is beautiful, and it gives me this timeless vibe. Like, it's going to be there, forever. It's going to be there forever. So you want something timeless.
So, random fact: all the velvet pieces you've ever made me are probably the pieces I wear the most, or I am saving to wear again outside of a photo shoot.
Yeah.
So the timelessness of velvet, I think, is unmatched.
Yeah.
It's also how I think about Iwo and Buba. So for those that don't know, it's Yoruba traditional wear, and it's a wrap and a nice top. That's what you'd say top.
Yeah.
It's a top, technically. I know there's more detail to it, but those items are timeless because corsets might kill me. Can corsets die?
Yes.
Can corsets die, please? As a fashion designer, can we start killing corsets?
The thing
I
is,
can't breathe.
we don't even do as much. I don't really work with corsets as much anymore. I would say for my clients abroad, only because they're not coming in for like an in-person fitting. So it's a thing where it can hold up the bust, the waist, and other areas, right? We're safe with that. But like, if you're in Lagos, you can come in for a fitting. I can propose a zipper. Like, it could, honestly, like comfort these days.
Please.
But they're still beautiful and still snatched.
Still beautiful. No, I love it. I do think you care about your clients. You care about the work. I want to see the velvet collections in Paris. So we're going to put it out there.
Yes.
We want to see it in...
By God's grace.
Paris Fashion Week.
Yes.
New York Fashion Week. Throw it out there. London... See, London, we have ways to go. But I think Paris Fashion Week is like the...
Yes.
Are there international designers that you look to or that inspire you?
Not necessarily, because the thing is, I
love that. I kind of love that.
Yeah. Like, we have people here.
Yeah.
Have you seen, like, there's Tabik. Tabik is, like, her outfit. When I see her, I'm just like, I love you.
Yeah.
Like, even, like, there's so many people doing so many things. Like, Nigeria, we sabi our work. We understand what to do. Like, people should stop sleeping on Nigerian designers. They're actually amazing. So, not necessarily.
So let's talk about that, because I think recently the world got to see a sneak peek of Nigerian designers at scale. And I say at scale because the Met Gala happened this year in 2025. And then shortly after, the AMVCA happened in Lagos, Nigeria. And the contrast in how we showed up, and I say we, like the Nigerian audience community, showed up for that gala. We had Americans in the comment section saying, now I see why Nigerians are always unimpressed. And it was the first time I kept on seeing clips of like my friends who were at the gala, who were at these events, who looked spectacular, who would wash any Met Gala in the world. And someone said online, I found a statement interesting. They said, can Africans stop comparing themselves to US standard? Because that's actually not the standard.
It's actually not.
And that's why I smiled when you said, when I was like, oh, are there any international people that inspire you? You're like, no, because we have people on the ground in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And that in itself speaks volumes. Like, we have talented designers in Nigeria, and the world is finally catching on. But I have a favor. Please, don't let your prices now. And it's nice to see that we are no longer holding ourselves to American standards for fashion. There is talent in Nigeria, and as a designer yourself, you get to work with other talented designers. So name me your top 3.
Okay, so I would say Tabik, obviously.
Why?
I think she pays attention to details. It's not just about just looking at a nice outfit.
Yeah.
There's so much. And I can also see the love behind, like whenever I see her videos that she posts like with her clients, it's very beautiful. I see that she gets to also know her clients. There's just this love, like, you know, she was just, you know, sometimes, because it's just not about business. It's also meeting people, knowing who they are, and actually tailoring that design to who they are. You know, some people are dramatic, some people are calm, but, you know, obviously there's your touch in there, but then you just want them to, you also want them to see what you're wearing, but then also be able to understand that, okay, this is top wear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's your second? Who's number two?
I have this friend who's a designer, made by Y&K.
Okay.
Yes. I also love, like I said, I love details. So I love the fact that she pays attention to details, right? And then I would say Vicky James as well. Vicky James and we may not have similar style, but then I love how she's able to just transform. I think she actually creates magic.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Especially she worked on this dress, Priscilla's wedding dress. Looking at that dress, I'm so sorry. International standards where? Where? How?
Dress was stunning.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, dress was stunning.
And everything is handmade. And like I said, you know, designers that actually pour love into what they're doing. And that's why there's also now the idea of like reducing and you know, you had spoken about like, you know, pricing just going
up and up.
But then the thing is, we actually try to hire the best. People that will not just wake up and tell you their uncle has died. Like, you know,
I heard the fashion industry is stressful. With staff coming in and out, I've heard.
Yeah, you know, you just don't, you want to hire professionals. You'll still get a little bit of that. It's inevitable. Sorry, we're in Nigeria. But then you actually want to hire the best people. You also like, there's some times where there's an error on a client's outfit. There's already been staff paid. There's already been things done. I'll tell you, make a new one. Like, that's gone to waste. So it's not really about the money. It's like, what am I delivering to you?
Standard.
Yeah,
Standard with care.
Exactly. And also paying attention to details. Not just, people now think designing is all about putting one spiral thing and that's flying to the, no. Like actually building and creating a design that people can wear, feel comfortable, and still look sexy and good.
Oh, I love that. And I can tell. I've seen your designs, you know, get more intentional over the years as you are carving out your own lane. So don't change that. I think, you know, pricing should be based off of target audience, honestly. Like, who are you targeting and who do you want to dress? Because not everyone that's your target audience. And I think once you realize who's for you, then you're fine. Once you realize who wants to be for you, they'll work their way there and they'll eventually find you. But I do think that the fashion industry as a whole is more complex than even me as a customer knows, but I do think it's needed. And I think Nigerian designers as a whole, what do the kids do now? They're silly.
I do.
They do the thing like this. When something's perfect, like perfection is in our DNA. And that is what we're seeing on the large screens and internationally. And, you know, for anyone who is an aspiring designer, work on your craft. You're not going to become a Vicky James overnight. You're not going to become you're not going to become these people overnight. It takes work. It takes dedication.
It takes failure as well.
It takes failure. I like that.
Yeah, it does.
How often have you failed?
So I would say not as much, thank God. But then I would say the 5% or maybe 7%.
Yeah.
I would say they've been like, they've been things that I've learned from. It's actually okay.
Yeah.
There's sometimes you have this vision, you have this idea, you have this client you're trying to please, you're trying to be on top of everything. Trust me, sometimes. Because sometimes you have your team. Like I said, it's not just about the design and there's the business aspect. You have your team. Sometimes they're going to be unreliable, and no man is an island. You have to work with people. There's sometimes like, you know, they will tell you DHL DHL just lost. Like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
And then the client doesn't think of DHL. The client thinks of MBN.
Yeah. Your brand is on the line.
That has happened, and I literally had to make an outfit in less than 24 hours and go to the airport and smile at the nicest person to tell them to take this outfit all the way for me. Luckily, that's why I said grace has always found me. Grace. But then it's a thing where how did I think of that in that moment? This client is cussing me out. Her event is in the next 3 days. She can't find, like, so what do we do? So honestly, it comes with failure and you have to learn. Like, I don't see failure as a problem. Sometimes when they're bashing like my fellow designers and they're saying things like, oh, this person did this. Is it because this person is a celebrity? Is it because of this? Some people may do that, right? Yeah. But then sometimes it's just like we're human. Like we're all humans and like things can actually like go wrong. Yeah. So sometimes like
as designers, do you guys have favorites? Be honest.
Yes.
You do?
Yes, I do. You know you're a favorite.
I know I'm a favorite.
Yeah, but you know, being a favorite, like you actually have to be peaceful. You've actually never stressed me. That's why so the thing is, when you actually come with some energy, okay, who is this person? You actually get the energy in your outfits.
Interesting.
It's sad to say because like we're trying to work under pressure and stuff, but when things are just less, we're like, oh, there's love. You're pouring love, seriously.
Yeah, I don't give you any stress.
Not one.
Oh, that's good. No. Okay, that's good to know. So how do you stay calm and how do you balance yourself? Obviously, you know, I created this podcast so people can figure out life to a T in the midst of all the chaos. How do you maximize your life as chaotic as it is? And you don't have to say you do. If you don't, that's fine. But do you?
I just had to have that difficult conversation with myself this year, especially after December. I think sometimes the better you get, and like you were saying with cost as well, you have to then increase your cost because you can't take on everyone.
Yeah.
And I had to actually have that conversation with myself where I do need a life outside of just, you know, work. So this year, I'm trying to be more intentional. You know, I did take out time to travel. I had to learn to trust that my staff would actually do the very best, or they would mimic, like, you know, my leadership skills and actually just do that and, you know, handle things. They did well. And I'm really happy. And I had to just understand that I can't control everything.
And you don't work weekends anymore.
No, that's why I'm here.
No, I love that. I love that. I appreciate you so much. I know this isn't easy.
Yeah.
I believe in your vision.
Thank you.
I think you will get really far. And I really hope I see you in London, New York,
Amen.
Paris.
Amen.
What other fashion week is there? Is there other fashion?
I want to go to that Paris.
It is Paris. Paris is moving. And I know it's really hard to get to these places, but I don't know if there's going to be an Africa version. Like, I actually want to see a world where there's an Africa version of Paris Week. Like, I know there's Lagos Fashion Week, and you know, I'm there every single year. I want us to create the standard ourselves. I want them to come to us.
I think another thing is like you said, like people just don't appreciate what we do, but we have a lot to actually offer. So even we Nigerians, I would say that my American clients, they gas their outfits so much that you're even like, oh, it's okay, it's all right. So, but I really hope so as well. Yeah.
Well, thank you. That was it. I hope you all enjoyed this conversation with MBN on all things design, logistics, the crazy chaos, and how she finds time for herself in her new routine. And I hope we get to see I hope we get to see her designs at Paris Fashion Week, or more than anything else, see Paris Fashion Week come to Lagos Fashion Week. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoy this session as much as I enjoyed it. And I hope you all learn to live your life to a T.
Thank you.